And that's what we got tonight. Night of Champions in the Boston Gardens. Fucking awesome. Fucking phenomenal. It was an even better show than I was anticipating. And I really don't know where to start but from the beginning. On the pre-show, there was a 16-man battle royal. The winner will get a US title shot against Antonio Cesaro on the actual pay-per-view. I watched the pre-show online, and you know what? It was a decent match, especially for a battle royal. 10 side throwing guys left and right on top of each other. I did pick Zack Ryder to win, and he won. And good for him, I was glad. And we get to the actual pay-per-view, and lo and behold, Jerry the King Lawler's replacement for the night, and I guess until the King is able to come back, is John Bradshaw Layfield. How fucking awesome is that? You know, I didn't realize how much I missed JBL until he came out, and I said, you know what? Fucking A. I'm sorry for the King, and I can't wait to see him come back. But if this has to happen, I wouldn't want it any other way but for JBL to do commentary. First match of the pay-per-view night. Fatal 4-way match for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz defending against Cody Rhodes, Rey Mysterio, and Sin Cara. I liked seeing Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara for the first time hooking up against each other. The only time that they ever faced. Sin Cara is still the king of Botchamania. I did like that there was spots though of the Miz and Cody Rhodes fighting each other, because I originally thought they would fight each other one-on-one, but it was a fatal 4-way, so they had moments of going at it. I love the ending with the mask on the Miz's face and he couldn't see anything, but he still hit that move on Cody. Got the win, blindfolded. Pretty cool. Backstage, we see Caitlyn, and she got attacked. While Titus O'Neil and Darren Young were in the office talking to Eve, you hear commotion outside and Caitlyn's there injured. She said she got attacked by someone, she didn't see who it was, and she was hoping she'd be able to continue, but you found out later on that her ankle was twisted or sprained or something, and she couldn't continue in the match. Great. What the fuck? For how many weeks now, how many shows have I been saying, even though Caitlyn wasn't supposed to win the Battle Royal, she wasn't supposed to get the title shot, I wanted her to have that moment, have her first ever title shot on a pay-per-view, and I even wanted her to win. I didn't think it would happen, but I was rooting for her all the way. And not only did she not win, she doesn't even get the fucking match. Wow. Great. Next match is for the WWE Tag Team Championships, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus Kane and Daniel Bryan. Don't you love how the video package beforehand didn't even have the Tag Team Champions in the video? I wonder who was going to win that match. But you gotta love the anger management stuff. It's really some of the best stuff that WWE has going on today. And of course, Kane and Daniel Bryan won. You know, I liked that they had the moment of hugging it out. I know on SmackDown I said I don't really care for Kane hugging people, but it works with Daniel Bryan. I don't want to see Kane hug other wrestlers just randomly, but if it's with Daniel Bryan, it works. The moment where Daniel Bryan throws Kane off the top rope and that's how they won, I like it. I do. And they're yelling at each other back and forth. You can kind of tell how that's going to go. Backstage, Eve is telling Booker T that Caitlyn can't do it. Great. Theodore Long's trying to say, well, it's Night of Champions, we need a challenger. And, of course, with Eve's fake self, she's like, oh yeah, I forgot, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, she's so fucking fake, it's annoying. And then Booker T gives her the title shot. The whole roster of divas, you know, every diva that you have and you pick Eve. Like, I don't get it. I'm so sick of Eve. I really am. This isn't a joke. This isn't, like, I'm sick of her. She's dominating the division, the show, everything. United States Championship match, Antonio Cesaro defending against Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder gets his title shot. I didn't really think Zack was going to win, but I was rooting for him. It was a good match. I'm glad to see that he got the shot because he was being cheered for. But Antonio Cesaro got the win. I don't dislike Antonio. You know, I mean, I don't think he's the greatest, but there's something about him that I'm willing to see where he goes with this belt and Oksana and whatnot. Another backstage thing where Ricardo Rodriguez goes up to Alberto and David Otunga, takes his neck brace off, and says, oh yeah, it was itchy. And plus, I'm feeling better anyways. David Otunga's like, dude, you're stupido. If my neck is hurting, then yours is supposed to be damn near broken. Clearly showing that they're faking this shit, and it's all bullshit. Then we get the only match of the night that's not a title match. Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler. I'd say up until this point, Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler stole the show. They had the match of the night. It was great. Even though I've seen them face each other quite a few times, it's just, I don't know. It's the combination of Orton and Ziggler. They're both great wrestlers. You put them together, you're bound to get a great match. And I didn't know who would win. And I like the way that Randy Orton can do the RKO out of nowhere, where he has different ways of doing it. He threw Ziggler in the air and caught him in the RKO. Great match. Then the Divas Championship match. Layla defending against Eve. Good for Eve that she got her title shot. The only thing that I will give is actually what JBL mentioned during commentary. When Layla went to shake Eve's hand, and Eve shook her hand and kicked her, attacked her. I'm like, why would Layla do that? JBL was right. You're a champion, you're defending your title, you don't do that. Oh, sportsmanship. That's not what this is about. Eve won, surprisingly. They all got it according to plan. I hope WWE's happy. Because not only do I think no one gave a shit that Eve won, but she shouldn't have been in the match. Caitlyn deserved it a lot more. Backstage, Daniel Bryan is saying, I'm the WWE Tag Team Champion. He's going through the halls, yelling at everyone. Then Kane comes up saying the same thing. They're going back and forth. Dr. Shelby's trying to calm him down. Then AJ comes in and she's yelling at them. Maybe AJ needs anger management too. But I like AJ. She's hot, she's funny, whatever. Kane does something hilarious where he takes the Gatorade cooler and dumps it on all of them, yells, I'm going to Disneyland, and just runs off. I'm like, what? Okay, that works. It made me laugh. World Heavyweight Championship match, the second last match of the night. That actually brings me to when Randy Orton said on SmackDown that his match was going to happen after the world title. Really? No. They finally gave the world title at least a good spot on the pay-per-view. The second to last match. Before it though, Booker T comes out and says that he's going to reinstate the bro kick after countless hours of David Otunga's deposition and videotape rewatching. Good. I like the bro kick. It's a great move, and I didn't think it should be banned in the first place. Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio. You know what? As many times as I complained about Alberto Del Rio getting another title shot and how he didn't deserve it and how I'm sick of it, they put on a decent match. They did. It was a good match. I was cheering for Sheamus, like, a lot. That's how much I didn't want Alberto to win. When you think about it, that's the reaction you want to have in a match like that. It's like, I so didn't want Alberto to win that I every time he got that arm breaker on him, I was just yelling at Sheamus, you better not fucking tap out. He hit the bro kick, and you won. Great. Good stuff. Then Paul Heyman comes out, and he says he's there, I guess, to support Punk. He has the best seat in the house. He's going to watch the match from ringside. CM Punk's a Paul Heyman guy, whatever that means. That brings us to our main event. And it's clobbering time! Yes, CM Punk defending the WWE Championship against John Cena in Boston, John Cena's hometown, the Boston Gardens. Man, was this building on fire for this match. Loud, and it was a good match. It was. It started out really good. There was a couple spots in the middle where I thought Cena was being a little sloppy. I thought he got injured or something, because he looked like he was just, I don't know, something was going on. But then towards the end, man, back and forth. I honestly didn't know who would win. I could have seen it gone either way, even before this match. Going into the match, I could see either one of them winning. But them kicking out of each other's moves over and over again, like when Punk kicked out of the Attitude Adjustment twice, I was shocked, because I thought Cena had it towards the end. And then when he hit the German suplex off the top rope and pinned him, I had a reaction like, what? That's it? Which is weird, because when you get such a great match like that, and you're so hyped, I was literally yelling, like, back and forth, just like screaming when Punk kicked out of every move. I just was yelling out loud. Like, that's how I know I was really enjoying myself. But then with that end, I was just like, oh, that's weird. And it did look like both their shoulders were down. Cena was celebrating with the belt. Referee finally takes the belt away from Cena and says no. Gives it back to Punk. And you would think I would complain, or even if some other people complain about this match being a draw, I don't complain. Just because not only was the match really great, in my opinion, I thought it was a phenomenal match. The fans wanted to chant that Cena can't wrestle, but if you look at this match, think about it. By the end of the match, they were chanting, "This is awesome." That's how you win over a crowd, you know? And that's how Cena gains respect. I do think Cena can wrestle. It's just sometimes he relies on some of the same old routine moves or same old shit. A good call by the referee, or you have it end in the draw. Not only you have Punk retaining the belt, I want to see him hold it for longer and longer. He's now like 9th or maybe even 8th on the list of longest reigning champions. 302 days. That's so impressive. I can't tell you. And they'll probably have a Hell in a Cell match next month. I'm open to seeing it. I don't want to say I'm sick of seeing CM Punk and John Cena fight, because if the next time is Hell in a Cell, I would be for it, and it would end this feud probably once and for all. Hell in a Cell usually does it. So guys, yeah, obviously you know my opinions of Night of Champions. I'd like to know your opinions. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Subscribe and see ya!